What's up, guys? Jordan here again with another food review, and today, lazy day. It's Sunday when I'm recording this. I don't feel like cooking. I don't feel like going out. I just want to wind down, relax, whip something up that's fast, easy, and sit back and watch some Last of Us Season 2. And so today we are gonna go with frozen pizza. It is different. It's different than the last two. I'm trying them all. I will try them all eventually. And this one is interesting. I went to Aldi's again and was looking at the small budget little ones I usually get, and then this one caught my eye. It is stuffed crust. Okay, I'm a huge stuffed crust fan. Obviously I did the cheesy bites pizza review. Here coming soon, I'm gonna try the Domino's one, but I've never I was gonna say I've never had one. I've never had a stuffed crust pizza. I've never had this one. I have had one other one. I believe it was like a Walmart brand, and it was solid. But maybe I'll go revisit that too. But anywho, saw this one. This one's Aldi's brand. I want to give it a shot and kind of see how it tastes. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's give it. I'll get it all torn up, and we'll take a look and see what we're working with here. All right, so here's a better look at just the packaging. So it is this Mama Cozzi's. That's like Aldi's brand stuffed crust pizza, and I just went with pepperoni. They had a few different kinds. They had pepperoni, they had like a 3 meat, and like a cheese or 4 cheese or something like that. But it caught my eye, stuffed crust. I mean, two and a half feet of cheese and crust. I mean, how can you say no to that? I mean, the picture looks pretty tasty. It is a significantly bigger pizza than what I've been the previous two videos. It's 29, almost 30 ounces, so a pound of pizza. The Roma pizza and the other thin crust Mama Cozzi's pizzas were like, I want to say 13 ounces and thin crust. So anywho, here is some info on the back. I mean, not a whole lot. We don't want to look at the calories. We don't want to look at that. But anywho, here is a shot of the pizza before we start cooking. It is, again, it's pretty. It's thick, definitely a heftier pizza. You can get, whatever. Nothing special. It's a frozen pizza. Again, I would usually dress this up a bit, but we're not. We're just going in stock. So, all right, I'm gonna toss it in the oven, and then we'll take a look at it after it gets out and go and do all that before the taste test. So, I'll be back. All right, and we're back. So. I just took it out of the oven. I did it just as per instructions, 400 degrees for 19 minutes is how long I put it in there, and it looks pretty good. A tad greasy, but again, lots of cheese, lots of pepperoni, but so far it's looking tasty. So I'm gonna let this cool down. I'll get it chopped up. We'll put a little bit of pepper and all that stuff on it, and we'll see how it tastes. All right, I actually wanted to kind of check it out one more time after I cut it and stuff, so we can really kind of get an idea of like the thickness, and maybe get a shot of that, what the stuffed crust kind of looks like. Hey, that's a solid slice. I mean, it has some heft to it. It's definitely not like those thin little pizzas I've been getting. They're looking pretty good. Let's see, you can see a nice little like cheese stick slide or sized yeah, amount of cheese in there. So yeah, it looks pretty good. All right, so I'll go ahead and plate it up, and we'll dive in, get a little taste of it. All right, so I went ahead and served myself up a slice. I'm excited to dig in. You know, let's see what we got. But the question is, do I go for the pizza first or the stuffed crust first? You know, I'm gonna cheat a little bit, and I'm gonna go for the stuffed crust. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? That's what caught my eye. That's the reason I bought this. Let's go ahead and give it a try. So, let's see. Very cheesy. See if you can get a nice little shot of that. And, you know, not really, there's no pull. There's no cheese pull on that. There was actually more of a pull on the cheese that's out in the actual slice. See? Okay. I'm curious as to why there's not a pull on the stuffed crust. All right, let's see if I can. I'll try to bite the other side and see if I can get a pull. Little pull. We got a dangler. Pulled on the crust is kind of lifting up, but all right. Well, I definitely went after multiple bites. Wow. Okay. You know, I think I'm so used to those thin budget pizzas that this one is really throwing me off. I have a lot of thoughts. So, first thing, significantly thicker. I mean, as we can see, it's almost triple the weight of the previous pizzas that I tried, or my usual go-to. So, that right off the bat, good. It has a nice crisp to the bottom. You know, I don't use a pizza stone or a pan or anything. I just put it straight on the rack. It has a light crisp, but the bread is still bready. You know, here's another slice. It's not floppy. You know, there's a nice little crust on the bottom. But it's still soft. Like, it's still soft to bite. It's chewy. Cheese is good. Pepperoni's good. Sauce could have more of a presence, you know. It obviously, the sauce tastes exactly like the others, but you know, on those thinner pizzas, it has light sauce. It's a very simple you know, pie. So, you know, I get it, you know, whatever. This, I felt like, you know, I would like to see something that tastes a little bit more oomph, but it's fine. That's fine. Cheese is good. Pepperonis were good. Now the stuffed crust, you know, I'm gonna give it one more bite, huh? Okay. It's definitely cheesy. It's not really chewy. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it. You know, you bite into like a mozzarella stick, and you know, it's chewy. Sometimes mozzarella is like stretchy and chewy, more on the chewy side. This is a very soft mozzarella. I assume it's mozzarella, but it's very soft. You kind of cut through it. It's not as chewy. There's not really a stretch. I can taste it. There is a good amount of cheese in there. Honestly, you know, the way standard Pizza Hut pizzas have been trending, it probably has a little bit more cheese, honestly, but I digress. The taste, it honestly kind of reminds me of this stuffed crust pizza that we used to get in like middle school or high school. It kind of reminds me of that kind of crust. And honestly, that was really good. I loved that stuffed crust pizza. But yeah, I'm not disappointed. I think it's pretty interesting. Again, for a pizza that you can just have in your fridge ready to go, just from when that occasion comes. And I feel like everybody has that. Everybody has those days. I try not to have many of those days, yeah, you know, but we all have those days where good, you know, fast, instant product just comes in handy. And it's nice to just have, because life is life, you know, like whatever. Just, you know, we try to cut corners when we can, for better or worse. And I think this is something cool. As far as price goes, I paid $6.99 for this pizza. It is about triple the weight. It's a little bit less, but let's just say triple the weight of the last Aldi's pizza I got. And the budget pizza is $3.19. This is $6.99. If we're going by like price per ounce, roughly, you're getting a little bit more bang for buck on this. So for $6.99, cool. What else can you, you know, sure, I could go to Little Caesars and buy something and it would probably be better. But whatever, I didn't have to leave the house. It's stuffed crust, $6.99, worth. I would eat it. Again, there's probably better frozen pizzas out there as far as taste-wise and quality-wise. And again, I'm working my way towards those, you know. But I just thought this was cool. It's stuffed crust. It's Aldi's. Maybe you guys haven't tried them there. And generally, I really am into trying their products, just because they have some hidden gems. They really do have some hidden gems. And you know, again, so $6.99 for a dinner. Like, you know, you can't even get that at McDonald's. So. And I didn't have to leave the house. I didn't have to leave the house. I didn't have to put shoes on. I didn't have to put pants on. I didn't have to use gas. You know, boom, throw it in the oven. Forget about it. Not forget it. Forget about it for 20 minutes. Pull it out. So, anywho, would eat again. $6.99. Solid. I'll be interested in trying other stuffed crust pizzas. And comparing it to this, now that I've kind of set a standard for, boom, what the stuffed crust experience from the freezer should be like. So, anywho, we'll see what kind of frozen pizza I decide to do next. And I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know what you think. Have you tried this before? Do you like it or not? You know, let me know. Like the video, dislike the video. Whatever. I don't know. Have a good night. I'm gonna go finish this up, watch The Last of Us season 2, and you know, take it easy. So hope you guys have a great night. Peace.